Before we start the podcast, we want to take the time to say if you like us, please follow, like, comment on SoundCloud, sub, like, comment on YouTube, subscribe, rate, and comment on iTunes. It really helps us out and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome to Anime Cherry Bomb, the #1 hand puppet podcast. I'm your host with the devil right hand, Aaron, and with me is the guy who pulled off his own version of the Get Sawamura plan, Jay. Jay, how's it going?
It's going good, Aaron. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a good. I feel like it was a good week this week.
Yeah. Or for me, it was a good 2 days.
Right.
I finished this anime pretty quick.
Yeah. So show how much you loved it.
Well, I had the day off on Monday, so I was like, might as well watch it.
There you go. All right. So let's hit us with the synopsis.
Okay, so why don't we tell them what we?
Oh yeah. Before we, what were we watching this week?
We were watching Midori Days.
Ooh, Midori Days sounds very instant classic-y.
Exactly. All right, so I'll hit you guys with the synopsis. So Seiji is the delinquent who has the demon right hand, capable of knocking out any foe with one punch. One day, as he wakes up, his right hand is replaced with the upper half of a girl that admired him from afar. Her name is Midori. Hilarity ensues as they try to go about their everyday normal life and figure out why this happened in the first place.
Yeah, and pretty much the nail on the head.
Yep.
Is this the weirdest anime we've
Probably.
watched? Not the weirdest, but conceptually the weirdest.
Yeah, like the weirdest idea.
Yeah, I mean, speed graphics is pretty
Interesting.
a weird idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like based on just the premise of it,
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah, very original idea.
Yeah.
Coming from left field.
I wonder, like, stuff like this. I wonder if he was like not into hand puppets, but he was like saw a hand puppet, but like, what if that was like a real girl?
Oh yeah, that could have been like a inspiration for it.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let me hit you with some facts.
All right.
So it was released in 2004, with 13 episodes, and it's a comedy romance anime created by Kazuro Inouye, and he created, also wrote Maria the Invisible Girl and Ikora. Have you ever heard of those
No, but
two?
they sound interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Maria the Invisible Girl. I couldn't find anything on it.
Uh-huh.
Like, it hasn't even been like touched to be translated.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. It looks like it might be interesting. This comes from the Shonen Masters themselves, Studio Period,
Okay, yeah.
which they animated Naruto, Bleach, and just recently Black Clover.
Okay.
And then there was one that I don't know why I never really assumed that it was them, but they also did Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh,
too.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty esteemed action. You can see in the action scenes, like all the fight scenes.
Did they do Hunter x Hunter as well?
I think they did, yeah.
Okay.
So you can see in the action scenes where
Where they shine.
yeah, where they shine, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the fight choreography is really cool. It's directed by Sueno Kobayashi, and he worked on 12 Kingdoms and the last. The movie's called The Last Naruto, the movie.
It's called that?
Yeah, The Last.
And it's a Naruto movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
The Last Naruto, the movie.
Oh, okay.
It's a really, really weird pun. And then so like he is a like a Studio Period in-house director.
Okay.
Those are both Studio Period productions. This is licensed by Anime Works, which I think is our first like weird third party.
Yeah. Never heard of them licensing stuff.
Exactly. And it's like you look at the voice cast too. The voice cast like very all of them did very little anime after. Yeah. There was a guy in there who sounded really familiar.
I know who that might be.
Who?
Well, for one thing, the main guy, he's also Keiichi in All My Goddess. Have you ever watched All My Goddess? But the one that a voice actor that we've actually covered before, Jimmy Zoppi.
Yeah, he
he's in
plays
this.
some.
He's actually 3 different characters.
So the main, I swore he was the main character for the longest because he sounded really similar.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I looked it up, I was like, oh, I guess it isn't him.
Yeah. He plays like one of the delinquents that like challenged him.
The teacher.
He's the
I think.
teacher.
Yeah.
And then another school kid.
And then I don't know why I can't remember his name. The guy who's saying the One Piece English theme.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Vic Mignogna.
Vic Mignogna. Yes, thank you.
There we go.
So I swore his friend was also like Vic Mignogna,
Mm-hmm.
but throwing on an accent, a weird high pitched accent, but it wasn't him. So I was like, oh,
Okay.
it's like a really tricky anime.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the girl that played Midori was also in All My Goddess. She was Scold.
yeah, she was Scold.
in
Yeah,
that anime.
maybe Anime Works did both of them, or they sourced it to whoever.
Whoever has them on retainer.
Yeah, something like that. And then it premiered the same season as Samurai Champloo and Gantz,
Okay.
which is a really, really cool. I don't know if you ever heard of Gantz.
I've heard of it. I don't know what it's about.
That'll be an anime that we do. There's one of those animes I forget about, but yeah, Gantz is a really cool anime. It's basically about these guys who they die
Mhm.
and then they get a second chance at life, but they have to fight aliens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, pretty edgy.
Yeah.
Sounds up our alley.
Yeah. Samurai Champloo is something that we should probably cover in
Oh,
the future
for
as well.
sure. And then the music was done by Yoshihisa Hirano.
Mm-hmm.
And things that he did, I picked the 3 that really don't make any sense.
Okay.
So he did the first Beyblade series. That's what he first worked on.
Okay.
Then he worked on Ouran High School, which
Okay.
is pretty cool. And then he worked on Death Note. So a weird grab bag of
Yeah.
things that he's worked on.
Definitely quality stuff.
Oh yeah. The music really reminded me of weirdly of like Azumanga.
Okay. Yeah.
I had the soft guitar.
Yeah.
And the piano.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for soft piano and soft guitar.
Yeah, I wrote that it was really well done. A lot of, like you said, a lot of good piano and guitar pieces. There's also a xylophone song in there that I
Maybe
really
that's
enjoyed.
the reason why it really reminds me of Azumanga too.
Yeah,
Just like the really fun use of different instruments.
yeah. That's another thing that we kind of tend to enjoy is like weird instruments being used,
Oh yeah.
like accordions and xylophones. And
Like go check out the music section from when we talked about like Mob Psycho.
oh yeah,
That's probably like one of the unique
Mhm.
soundtracks.
Yeah, and then Monster Musume was
Oh.
also very unique.
Yeah. The OP was done by Quarry, and the song is called Sentimental. I know I didn't really get a lot of the theme song.
Yeah,
I
me
don't know.
neither.
Yeah, because it was cut out in
Yeah,
the one that we were watching. I did watch it just to see what it was, and it's whatever. It's fine.
yeah,
And then Quarry has also done anime such as Da Capo and a weird anime that keeps on popping up, Nanaka 617. I know I've mentioned it in
Yeah.
passing before.
hmm I think you've mentioned it like twice already. I think.
Yeah, like weirdly.
hmm
So that for sure has to go. I know it's not on my list right now, but that one has to go on the list. And then the ending is the ending theme. A little more is done by Mai Nakahara, which is Midori's voice actress,
Okay.
and she's still actually very active today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like she just had a role in 2017,
Okay.
so she's still going strong.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good to hear. Well, we watched the dub, so we didn't really get to hear too much of the sub. But
Yeah,
it's nice to hear that people are still going at it. I
Yeah.
wish my boy Jimmy Zoppi was still doing stuff.
when's the last time he's done something? Do you know?
I have no idea. Well, for all I know, he might still be doing stuff. So
Right.
maybe I'm completely wrong.
All right. So before we get oh yeah, so there's not really any cross media to this game. There's no first person Midori Days shooter.
There's a manga.
Oh yeah, well there's a manga, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably about it. Maybe some DVDs or.
Yeah,
Is
that's too much.
Is this out on Blu-ray?
I don't know. That'd be crazy if it was.
I know.
So do you have anything to say before we jump into our usual topics?
Yeah, I got some general stuff. I like that there was an episode where they went to like a spa, and they were like abandoned there. I like that they like acknowledged that they had to hitchhike to get back home.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool detail.
Yeah, a nice little detail. What about you? Do you have anything?
Really, the one negative thing I have to say about this anime is that Midori is just so one dimensional. I mean, I like her as a character, but her only like trait is that she loves Seiji, and that's it.
Yeah,
she really doesn't have anything more to her.
The thing, one thing that I was thinking is that like I kind of like separate hand Midori from body Midori because they're kind of like different personalities.
Yeah, I can see
so that. I'm thinking, I don't know. I like her more as like when she's the body, like more.
She's shy.
Where she's timid.
Yeah,
and like doesn't know how to approach Seiji.
Right.
One thing that another thing that I enjoyed was there was a Wang Chung reference.
Yeah, in the karaoke.
In the karaoke.
Yeah, that was a really funny reference.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have anything else to say generally?
Yeah, before we start, I just really loved his relationship with his sister.
Okay.
Also, he had a really like dope relationship. I really think he had a really abusive relationship for a moment. It was just a really cool relationship of how like lax he could be in front of his sister.
Yeah.
And like how his sister like people see Seiji as like this god.
Yeah.
And then his sister just like has never lost to him.
Yeah, he's just a punk.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing that I want to touch on that you just mentioned was the lax voice actor that Seiji's voice actor is how lax he is. I really enjoy that, like how like laid back it was, and it makes me feel like the writing and the directing overall sound like they had a lot of fun doing this anime.
Yeah, it feels like.
Yeah, and they didn't really take it too seriously, so it's definitely enjoyable.
The two things I also didn't really enjoy about this anime is I don't like how squeaky they made Seiji's voice in the right hand episode.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And
it's like higher pitch. That's it.
Yeah, which then made me realize that Midori's voice is also at a higher pitch too. Mm-hmm. Like I don't really like her full body voice because I don't know, it's deeper.
Yeah.
I just got used to that really high pitch voice of hers. But yeah, I didn't like that. And I didn't like when they did it to Seiji.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay.
One thing, another thing, just to touch on dislikes for me. I actually didn't really like that every time that Midori like was reminiscing about Rin, Seiji's sister. It was always of that spa where she's topless. It's like every time she thinks about her, she's topless.
I know. Well, they had to get the fan service in somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
I also didn't really like the green filter for the flashbacks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It was a little distracting. I don't know. I would have personally preferred them like just black and white.
Oh yeah, or maybe just like fog.
Yeah, like the dreamy filter, like a dreamy
fog vignette or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, was not a big fan of the green out. So going into art and character design.
Yeah.
Everybody's really plain. I feel like everyone's plain.
It's like it's definitely old school, but it's not too bad. It is kind of like you said. It's kind of generic.
I don't think it personally. I don't think the character designs aged well.
Yeah,
especially in the faces. Like, I thought the first thing I thought when I seen this anime was Yotsuba from The World Only God Knows.
Yeah,
just like how like cheap, especially like how cheap Midori looks.
Yeah,
even though it's really really it's cute. It's a cute art style.
Yeah.
Just that it just looks old. It just feels old.
Yeah, and I think a big part of why it looks and feels old is their hair.
Yeah, that too.
It's like they all have like stiff looking hair, and it's all bright colors.
Yeah.
So everybody has like different colored hair. It's not, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it definitely shows its age.
But the thing I really did enjoy is something you usually point out is the costume changes.
Oh yeah, there's a few different changes.
There's a lot of good ones. Like I really like Ayase's outfit when she was pretending to be someone else in karaoke, when she had the hat and the glasses.
Yeah.
Like she looked really, really cute.
When she was like undercover almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That one was pretty cool. A lot of Midori's different outfits.
Her nurse outfit.
Yeah. Her Seiji's
military outfit.
Yeah, his military outfit and his Power Rangers outfit. Sentai.
Oh yeah, that would have been that's
outfit.
cool. His Chargeman Ken outfit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, one of my favorite Midori moments is when she has the yukata on in the doll shop, and she's like, "Oh, here, pull this."
Oh,
and she's spinning.
Yeah. How did she supposed
Yeah,
to?
that's why I was about to point that out right now too. I did not understand how that was possible, but it was funny.
Yeah, it was definitely funny.
All right.
What about cinematography? Do you have any like shots that you remember
Yes,
liking?
I actually have a lot of cool ones.
Okay, hit me with one of them.
All right, so one of them is in the very first episode, it's the strikeout symbolism.
Oh yeah, the bowling.
Yeah, well, no, it's
No.
pitching.
Yeah, pitching.
Baseball.
Yeah.
So like he's just going up to the plate and striking out with all these girls.
Yeah.
That one, and then the other one I really like in the first episode is he's rejected throughout the ages.
Yeah.
He's just like an old man, like he's getting older and older and keeps on getting rejected.
Yeah, and his nostril or his boogers keep like getting lower and lower.
Yeah, exactly. Really, really, really cool visualization.
Yeah. For me, another thing that's early on was the Space Invaders shot used to show how he has like no game in getting girls.
There's a lot of cinematography is like really far in between each other.
Yeah.
Like in the first episode, it's like full of like that's what I really hate about early anime or anime even in general today. It's like the first episode, that's where all the money's at.
That's where they throw all their ideas.
Yeah, like oh, get you hooked, and then they just calm down throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
Let's see another really cool one. The other really cool cinematography shots. I don't know if you have them on yours or not, but they're both in episode 10.
Okay.
And the first one is I didn't write down his name, but it's Midori's friend, her guy friend.
Yeah.
The dream sequence in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
I really, really enjoyed. Like it did feel like a dream. So that's when he walks up to to Midori's mansion.
Yeah.
And it's raining, and then he sees little Midori sitting there.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, "Oh, here's the umbrella because it's raining."
Yeah.
And then it cuts to Midori. And she's like, "It's not raining," and he goes, "Huh." And then it cuts back to Midori, and like it shows her book, and then it cuts back to him, and then he's a little kid without the umbrella.
Yeah.
Like it's really like lucid.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, and then like him like looking over and seeing the Sleeping Beauty of her, and then looking back, and then she's gone.
Yeah.
It's really reminded me of it reminded me of a dream.
Yeah, it was definitely a really cool shot.
Yeah,
or series of events.
Yeah, and then the one other shot that I really liked was at the very end where she's thinking about her old body, and they're at the train station.
Yeah,
and they're really close, but yet they're still really far away. Like it's really on the nose.
Yeah,
but they did enjoy that symbolism of like they're so close, but yet
so far.
Yeah, they're so far away from each other.
One thing, another thing that I enjoyed was in juxtaposition of your baseball shot of him striking out, of the bowling shots of him striking.
Right.
When the two girls were like asking for him and invited themselves into his house, and he thought he was gonna get lucky.
Yeah, right. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other favorite shots?
No, that's all I really have.
All
You
right.
you have any more?
Nah, that's as much as I have.
Okay.
So talking about favorite characters, right? This is weird to me.
Yeah.
So I talked about how I really like Midori, but how one dimensional she is. Like she's really cute,
Yeah.
just that she's just really one dimensional, and I think there's like a weird double standard with her character, because for all intents purposes, she's a stalker.
Yeah.
She's a legit stalker, and like if it wasn't framed the way it was framed, like if you had like a guy in that position where he was like, "Oh, I've been trying to follow around with her and trying to talk to her, and I take pictures of her and I have all this stuff," like
Yeah.
it's really creepy.
Uh-huh.
But like because she's a cute girl, like
It's okay.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, I did like her character. I wish she was more than just I love Seiji character.
Yeah.
And more, I wanted to see more of her like shyness.
Okay. Yeah.
Would have been pretty cool. And then a character. Did you have Midori on yours or no?
I really only have one person as my favorite, because most of the characters I feel like are just like they're okay. So I didn't really have too many favorites.
So I have essentially I have all the girls on mine, because I do think
Okay.
everybody but Midori is actually really interesting.
Yeah. Like
Especially Ayase. Ayase out of all of them.
yeah. That's Takako, right?
Yeah, Takako. Yeah. She like steals the spotlight.
Yeah. I put her as my favorite character in this anime.
Like yeah, she's just a
She's just
tsundere character, but she's adored. I put in my notes that she's very admirable.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, she knows what she wants and she's trying to get it.
Yeah, and she's very quirky too.
Yeah.
I really like all her like plans and all the daydreams that she was having.
I really like her how soft her face gets. Like when like when you first see her, she like has sharp eyes and
very tense.
yeah, especially like a tense personality too.
Yeah.
And then like man, the scene that made me feel the worst for her is when she's getting dragged away by the dudes.
Oh yeah.
Like I legit felt like, oh crap, like somebody needs to
do something.
Yeah.
I felt like everybody in that school were kind of jerks for not like stepping up to do anything.
Yeah, like they're gonna do shits where everyone's like, oh well.
Yeah.
But then she's like, oh God, like the really sad realization on her face, like
nobody's helping.
No one's gonna help. I'm screwed.
Yeah. I think like what bugged me the most was like one person was like, oh, I think she had it coming or something like that. It's like such a stupid thing to say. I'd punch that person in the face.
I also really don't like how they set up her character to be really strong, but then right away like knocked her back down.
Oh yeah.
Like I felt like it'd be really cool if they kept her as a strong character.
Okay.
To Seiji and not just some
vulnerable girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Some like damsel in distress.
Yeah, instead of a damsel in distress. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I guess that would have been interesting. I do like her softer side though.
Yeah, her softer side of it is pretty cute.
Mm-hmm. I like that uppercut she did on Seiji.
Oh, broke his teeth.
Yeah.
Really great. Then I also have Rin, which is his sister.
Yeah, I had a feeling that you were gonna put Rin.
Yeah, she's so cool.
You tend to like those kind of girls.
Yeah, right. The cool.
Yeah.
Gangster girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like her, and then the teacher, the nurse from Half Moon.
Yeah, she was. They're pretty much kind of the same character.
They're so cool though.
Yeah. Biker gang people.
Yeah. But then again, that's like her only trait is that she's a meanie. She's mean.
Yeah.
But she's hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shiori, which was the little girl.
Oh yeah, she was a cutie.
Yeah, she's very, very cute.
Mm-hmm.
I laugh. I just at the really awkward kid stuff. It makes me always laugh. Of like, oh yeah, she's not my mommy. My mommy's in heaven.
Yeah,
with the angels. I was like, oh my god. And I don't know, for some reason I was really satisfied when she got slapped by her mom.
I felt that was a little extreme.
I know, but
it's not your kid. Why are you slapping her?
And then I like how she's like, okay.
Yeah, that snapped her out of like her being mean to her mom.
Yeah.
Her mom. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. So
It's like I hate you, and then she gets slapped. I'm like, oh, you know what? You're okay.
you know what? I was wrong.
Yeah.
Don't hit me again, though, please.
Yeah. I'll go into your car.
Yeah. All right. So for least favorite characters,
This one was hard for me
I had two.
because everybody's like pretty meh to me. Like everybody's like, okay, you're fine.
So I have two
Okay.
of mine. So Seiji, I really did not like Seiji.
Okay.
I felt like just the character is too dense for his own good.
Okay.
To where it's like borderline, not borderline. I don't know how to put it. Like a lot of the stuff that happens is like too on the nose for him not to get a hint.
Yeah.
And everything just goes over his head.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't think there's like a really good like in-universe explanation for why he's this like airheaded.
Yeah, I understand. Like
Masamune, like so like Commander Masamune, right? Because
Yeah.
Masamune is also a kind of crap main character.
Yeah.
And then one of the reasons that you say you didn't like him was because it's like, oh, he trained all this time, but then he's quoting like shoujo manga
Yeah.
to get a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm like, well, that in-universe reason it was because he trained for like all these years
By himself.
Like that was the one thing was he wanted to get his body right,
Yeah.
and then he was like, all right, now for the revenge. But he never practiced any of this
Yeah.
other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which, and like I said, I don't really legitly think that there's like an in-universe reason why he's such a jerk to Midori too.
Oh yeah.
Or like Midori is like, oh, I love you, and he's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Like
I understand what you're saying. Like wouldn't you think that like after Midori was gone, you'd go try to visit her at her house?
right,
But he never even like thinks about that until her friend like convinces him.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And then it also has
Or actually, he didn't even get convinced. Midori went out to find him.
no, he went to the house, but
Yeah,
he just couldn't. He couldn't go. He couldn't go in. He was too nervous.
Yeah.
So he went to go bring back Midori's diary, and
Mm-hmm.
he he just couldn't go in there.
Yeah.
There's also Takemizawa, which is the
doll guy.
the doll guy.
Yeah.
I just thought he was really, really creepy.
Yeah.
And kind of annoying too.
Mm-hmm. Kind of pushy.
Yeah. I don't know. Who do you have anybody?
Mine's related to that guy. It's the rich dude that like wanted to buy Midori.
Yeah.
I put him as my least favorite, just to fill in the blank, pretty much. I mean, doesn't really add anything to the story.
Yeah, a lot of the characters in here, like you said, a lot of them are just meh.
Yeah.
They're like nothing to feel strongly like about them, nothing to strongly hate about them.
Yeah, exactly.
So who do you have for most underutilized character?
I have a Gigolo. The great name for a cat.
I actually do also have the cat too. I wish the cat was in there more often.
Yeah, I would have liked to seen what happened when he landed on that other cat and saving that other cat
Right.
by accident, because I would feel like that cat would fall in love with Gigolo.
Right.
So it would have been nice to see what happened with that, but we don't see it.
Yeah. I also would have loved to see more Rin in here too.
And her gang. Her gang seems pretty funny.
Yeah, exactly. I would have liked an episode with just about them. Would have been pretty interesting. Or even
or like a backstory of how like she got to where she is.
Yeah, or even like Shiori would have been fun to just see more about her.
Okay.
More than just the. I mean, she did get a whole episode, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And Ayase got a lot of good screen time too.
Yeah,
I feel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who do you have for favorite episodes?
Who do I have?
What do you have for favorite episodes?
All right, so I have episode 4. This is the episode where they go to the anime store and get Midori some clothes, and they run into that Suichi guy.
Yeah.
And he confronts Seiji about his hand, and he later finds out she's real.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought it was just a fun episode of like her dressing up and all that stuff.
Is that gonna be the ending for this week?
What?
He's like, look, $100. He's like, oh, where?
Maybe. That's definitely up there.
Yeah, that one's. That one's pretty ridiculous. I have the first episode, My Right Hand Girlfriend.
Yeah, that actually is a really good episode.
Yeah, it's a really good. I think it's well paced, which a lot of these episodes I feel are not.
Yeah, it definitely brings you in.
Yeah, really good, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, brings you in, gets you invested really early.
Yeah.
I like how it conveys how fast his hand turns into a girl. It's like he falls asleep and then like, oh no, like it doesn't even like he falls asleep. It's like he's thinking about something, and then like his hand just changes.
Yeah.
Which is also very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also have First Date. So that's the episode where he and Ayase.
Yeah, that's episode 7, right?
Is that episode 7? Yeah.
Yeah. I also have that as a favorite.
Yeah, very strong Ayase episode.
Yeah, I really like how like almost all her plans fail.
Oh, and one of my favorite quotes from that episode is like when she trips and falls and she catches onto the Colonel Sanders statue.
Oh yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, I love chicken too, but we really got to get to this movie."
Yeah, exactly. I really like that she watched the movie beforehand so that she know where all the jump scares
were.
Yeah,
it's pretty smart. And then I just love like how she's like, "Okay, I got 3 more chances," and then he like dodges all of them.
Yeah,
just by like happenstance. And then I also got the last one I have is Fated Reunion, which is episode 10.
Okay.
That dream sequence and that ending sequence are very, very strong.
Yeah.
I thought also, I don't think it's in this episode. I think it's episode 11 where the friend gets captured.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I thought it was really funny. They gave him a big package. That was like really hilarious to me.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't like or dislike him that enough to the friend. I just thought it was just he was kind of annoying.
Yeah, he wasn't really in there too much. So
yeah. Do you have any other favorite episodes?
Oh no, I just had episode 4 and 7. That's all I really had.
Okay.
You know. Speaking of like all the fighting sequences, we should have mentioned that in cinematography. That's actually pretty well done.
Pretty well done. Not a lot of recycled animation used there.
Yeah, everybody and another. This is the second abandoned bowling alley in an anime that we've seen.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then for least favorite, how many do you have for least favorites?
I have 1, and I think.
Well, I have 2.
We have 1 the same.
Yeah, which is the right hand Seiji.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed in this episode.
Yeah.
When it first opened up, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a really, really good episode." Mm-hmm. And then like you mentioned to me earlier, there's not enough hijinks in that episode.
Yeah, you'd think that there'd be some more hijinks happening with them switching roles,
right?
But it's pretty tame throughout.
Yeah,
and almost a little boring.
Exactly. Like the point of it was to show Seiji that life as a right hand isn't as easy as he thinks it is. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, like he kind of learns that lesson, but immediately like forgets it in the next couple episodes.
Yeah. And another thing about that episode that I didn't really like is that it's a little confusing because it goes on for a few days in the anime, right?
Yeah.
And then they just wake up and it's a dream. So I don't really understand like what was the point of making it a dream.
I don't know, just because you gotta wipe it out of the canon, I guess.
I don't know. All right, what was your other least favorite?
I guess that'd be the only way to make sense of it all. Like,
but wouldn't then the whole thing be a dream? Because Midori's that's still real, right?
Yeah, I guess. But like how, like, because when she wakes up, like the only reason why when I first seen it I was like, oh, it's a dream, is because when they wake up, they're in Seiji's room.
Okay, yeah.
And so like it's like, oh, so then what happened to her real body?
Oh yeah.
And then where's his body at then? Mm-hmm. So like it's kind of stuff like that. I was like, I guess it has to be a dream because there's no way in the universe where you can explain
two Midoris and a disappearing Seiji body.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And so my second favorite episode is just Taki Days.
Least favorite?
Least favorite. I say most favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite, least favorite episode is Taki Days,
Which one was that?
which is that's the one where they go to the comic. They go to the comic.
Oh yeah, and they sell all the puppets.
Yeah, I just didn't really like. I just felt that episode was really slow
Mm-hmm.
and boring. I did not enjoy it whatsoever.
Yeah. They did make some money though,
Yeah, exactly.
and they met a celebrity actor who's into anime as well.
All right. So, do you have any final thoughts before we start the wrap up?
Tied again this month.
Here, pull on this.
Your right hand can never replace an actual girlfriend. I think that's the moral of the story here.
Yeah, pretty much. I actually really like that pun.
Mhm.
That pun is really great. Of like, he's like my right hand's gonna be my girlfriend for the rest of my life. And then I think after he says that, that's when like when Midori
Mm-hmm.
like literally becomes his right hand. So pretty cute. Another funny observation that they play off in the dub. And I don't know if they must have played it off in the sub too. But it's like I was like, how is he gonna jerk off now that there's a girl on his hand?
Yeah.
And then right when she leaves, he like
Buys a bunch of
a
porn.
bunch of porn. And he goes, "Do you know how long it's been since I cleaned up my pipes?" Very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but overall, it was fun.
Yeah. It was a cool anime. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So for accessibility, besides the random nudity,
Yeah. Well, it's not really nudity. It's more like toplessness.
yeah,
So it's not for everybody. And it's on YouTube.
I feel like it's not enough to win anybody. Like the fan service.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad. It's just really random.
Yeah.
Did not have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And
It's
some of it's kind of like drawn out, like when they're in the spa and Rin was topless. It's like there was a lot of scenes where it was like just her talking topless for a long time.
right.
So it's kind of like uncomfortable, especially when you're married and you're trying to watch it with your wife in the room.
Oh my goodness. Like no, babe. This one, she's older though. It's fine.
Yeah, they're brother and sister. There's no sexual tension
No
at
sexual
all.
tension at all. 100%. I just imagine Nancy just shaking her head.
Like, what are you watching?
She's like, was the snake in that guy also? Like, no, Nancy, it's different. It's real love. You'll never understand the love. Yeah, and then he said you can find it, well, not officially on YouTube. You could probably find it on DVD somewhere.
Yeah, and like we said, it's on YouTube, but who knows how long it'll stay on there.
Yeah, exactly. Was it rewatchability? Low.
Yeah, I would if I wanted to show somebody like a weird anime, but that's about it.
I would recommend people. I don't know if I'd even recommend it to anybody. Just like on the weird novelty, of the novelty of how weird it is.
Oh, like you're saying like you'll probably like mention it,
Yeah, like it's like
but
a
I don't
weird
know if
anime.
you'd recommend it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jumping to the rating a little ahead of time, but yeah. A change. What's a change you would make?
I don't even know. I think just more hijinks would probably help it.
Yeah. I would have liked more hijinks, more in character depth.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. It's fine. It just, like I said, it really shows its age.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like I feel like in storytelling too,
Yeah,
it shows its age.
definitely.
All right, Jay.
Rating.
Rating. What would you rate it?
This is a light recommend for sure.
Oof.
You do pass?
Yeah, this is a soft pass for me.
Oh, okay.
A soft, not a full pass, but it's a soft pass.
Okay.
Although I did enjoy it, I can't. Besides on the whole, weirdness of it to recommend somebody, I can't find anything of merit to be like, yeah, you had like, yeah, you should check this out. Like, I can't see anybody but like my most in anime friends to be like,
Mm-hmm.
check it out. Like it's worth checking out. I won't even say that.
I guess
It's not
so.
worth checking out.
Okay.
And then
Then
you
I think I'll change my answer to
Yeah,
just, like,
right?
just a regular pass.
take a regular pass, light
Yeah.
pass, regular pass.
Yeah.
Down in that area. But I did have fun. It was a fun watch. It's just I don't know. It's rough to recommend to anybody.
Yeah.
Like I said, even big anime fans, it's a little rough to recommend.
Yeah. You'll if you do decide to watch it, you'll definitely get some joy out of it.
I felt even though we just talked about it and like spoiled the whole anime, it's like
Mm-hmm.
we didn't really even
Scratch the surface of too much of what happened.
like not that it's unspoilable, but I don't know. Like the plot is not the main part of it. The main
Mhm.
part of it is like look at this cute little girl
Yeah.
be cute. And that's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you break it down to especially like that base,
Mm-hmm.
it makes it even harder to recommend.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. Now that we're done talking to our right hand girlfriends, now that they're in our past,
Yeah.
what do you have for us next week?
All right. So I'm picking a really short. This is a OVA. So I'm picking an anime called Tokyo Marble Chocolate. Have you ever heard of this?
No.
I think I've said this. I think it like somebody directed it or somebody that we've recovered directed it. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned this anime before. It's pretty much about two people unlucky in love as they try to fall in love on Christmas Day.
Oh, that's cute.
Yep.
All right, so really looking forward to that at the Read Shut Off the podcast. If you like this, go ahead and go ahead
Right to your.
write to your congressman.
You heard it here first. We're running for Congress.
No, subscribe, leave a comment, like us on SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube. Danganronpa's coming
Yep.
at you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really liking I've been keeping track of our numbers. I'm really liking our numbers.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good on the SoundCloud.
Yeah. The one I was really worried about was our top 10, our top 5s.
Yeah.
Because there's no anime attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
But that one did get what our average views are, and I'm very happy that it got
Yeah.
it that high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so until
yeah.
next week,
We'll see you guys in the next one.
see ya.
Later.
I had a copy of level 5.
What do they mean, first edition? This outfit's from the anime. Don't they do their research? I mean, this is ridiculous.
I'm gonna post a complaint about this store on the internet.
Huh? What are they talking about?